everybody. Happy Friday. We are sprinting today because I have a lot to do, and I figured I would do it. I would have motivation to do it if I did it on a stream. Otherwise, I would have just gone and taken a nap. So we're gonna sprint for a few hours.
Perfect.
Because it's Friday. How's your Friday going?
Well, kind of chaotic. My ankle hurts more than it did yesterday, so that's great. I'm still in bed with my ankle propped up. One animal is sick, another is missing, so that's excellent.
But not like intentionally.
We lost the cat.
Oh, you lost. Oh.
No, we don't know where the cat is. Like, she's not out of the house. She's in the house, probably. Almost certainly in the house because nobody left the house. But I don't know where the fuck she is. So.
Cool. Did you tell Emma this?
Yes. And Emma's like, oh, that bitch is just hiding in a corner and doesn't care that you're calling her name. And I'm like, I'm going to puke. And she's like, no, don't care. It's like, hey, Ryan.
Okay. I thought you meant when you said they were missing. I thought you meant
because no, they're good.
You're not here.
I know they're good.
You're like, you know where they are, right?
No, and Bella's fine. Okay, so all the animals that are directly my responsibility are fine. It's just Emma's animals are causing me much stress. So
you know, I wonder if that's also why he's not feeling great.
Yeah, his mom and both of the girls left.
Yeah.
Like all his mommy figures.
All his mommy figures. And like Emma's left him, but not for like as long.
No, 2 weeks is a long time.
Yeah. So maybe he's just, and he was a lot younger the last time.
For more than a weekend, yeah.
Now he's like attached to Emma. Danielle.
No, he's not.
Hello.
I think if it's anything, it's the girls. Hey,
my girlfriends are gone.
Seriously, he's way more attached to my dogs than he is to Emma. He's more attached to me than he is to Emma. It's pretty upsetting for her.
Honestly, I love that. Anyway, so what are you doing today?
So I'm reading 2 books. I started today Isle of Blood and Stone by Micaiah Lucier because I loved Year of the Reaper so much.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to read more of her writing. And then I'm also still reading The Daylight War by Peter V. Brett, which is the 3rd book in the Demon Cycle. So just high fantasy all around today.
Love that for you.
Thank you. What about you?
Well, I'm gonna film today because I got my new bookshelf. Well, one of them. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna need a second one or not. So we're gonna so that's why I got, because only one of them fit in the car. There was a ton of space, but it was so long that it was literally up across the center console.
This is going to hit me in the face if I get a second.
And so IKEA is the same exit as the aquarium where we went.
Oh,
it's a 45-minute drive.
Yeah. I love how you now can describe Utah to me, and I'm like, yeah.
And so and I had the Jeep in, so I didn't even take my car. I had Derek's car yesterday.
Gotcha. So
not even still across the center console. It's an experience, that's for sure.
Anything for books.
Hey, Ro. Hello. Yeah, anything for books. But anyway, so tomorrow that's what I'm doing is I'm gonna be taking everything off of the shelves and reorganizing. I'm very excited about this.
I'm excited for you.
However, I don't know how long that's gonna take me. So I need to film next week's videos
in advance. Yeah, that makes total sense.
So I need to film my July wrap up and my book haul, which are super easy videos. Well, one of them is. My wrap up is not, because I didn't do a mid-month wrap up in July.
Here's 45 books.
It's 19.
That's how much I read in July too.
Well, the nice thing about it is that 8 of them were for 8 of them? Yeah, 8 of them were for the romance video. Which is why I didn't do a mid-month wrap-up. Because at the midpoint, I had already read 6 of, maybe 5 of them. And that's pretty much all I had read.
So you didn't want to spoil anything.
And I was I don't want to spoil anything. Also, if they watch this, they're not going to watch that. And yeah. So I just have a lot of books to talk about now.
Well, you can just skim over those in your wrap up. Be like,
I will, yeah.
You have my most detailed thoughts.
The most you can see a whole ranking. Honestly, that's probably one of the videos I'm the most proud of.
Yeah, it was great.
Even though it flopped.
Did all that.
It didn't 100% flop, but it did not do as well as I thought it was gonna do.
Okay, well, I want to say that I watched it immediately, which usually I put the videos in my watch later and they sit there for like 2 weeks before I get to them. So I watched it immediately.
Nice,
so
nice.
I contributed to the success.
I appreciate it. But it took like a day and a half to break 100 views, which the only like, so it's, I guess it's sitting like towards the middle of my like top 10.
But for the effort you put in.
Right, that's the thing. Like, it's a 45-minute book. Thank you so much, Rai. I'm very proud of it. Will I ever do it again? Absolutely not.
Wow, love that. For somebody else.
However, I could do the end of year, like the Goodreads Choice Awards for romance, because I would have already read probably half of them.
I think it'd be fun if we all did like one genre each.
Well, I think Margaret said something about adult fantasy.
I read the most adult fantasy.
You do read the most adult fantasy.
Margaret.
You could also do horror.
I read one horror book this whole year, and it was as a joke.
Oh, that's right. Well, no, A Dowry of Blood is horror.
I read that last year. I read it when it came out.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I could do like historical fiction or historical nonfiction. That I could do. But
honestly, the nonfiction one would be a very interesting video for you to do.
It would.
Because honestly, you would probably just rant the entire time.
Maybe I should then. Yeah.
You'd be like, all of these authors are white. Here are some actual good books to read.
Wow, 8 books about American history and 2 about the rest of the world. Good job, Goodreads.
I would watch that, and I don't watch videos about nonfiction.
That's true. Okay. All right. You know what? Let's commit to this now. Let's shake hands.
And then I'll read whatever. No, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. If I do the end of year Goodreads, I'm going to have to read Love on the Brain.
I'll read it with you.
I don't want to read it.
And then I'll read it for you.
We're going to turn this over to Cal now.
Yeah. A brief interlude from not our sponsor, but
the person saving me from having to read another Allie Hazelwood book.
Our sub-in while I take a time out.
You could just like angle the camera so Briar looks really big, and so she can be like Doyle.
Yeah. Be like, this is hi, Bubba. This is totally Doyle. No. If anyone's being Doyle
today, yeah.
This guy, I know.
Ro is reading The Sleepless by Victor Manabow. A disease causes people not to need sleep. Interesting. That sounds.
I would rather die.
I know. I'm like, so here's the thing. Derek and I are having this conversation about sleep and how it's a very nice thing, but it's also like literally the most unproductive third of your life ever.
I disagree with that though, because I think that I feel like I have always been really like in tune with my dreams.
Oh, see, I'm not. I've never remembered a dream in my life.
Oh, I can tell you like the physical and emotional feelings I had in my dream last night. So like a lot of times I process stuff.
Oh no. Like I mean, I do process stuff, but I do not remember it the minute I wake up. Never.
Okay, yeah. I feel like, no, I have like, so many of my favorite memories are not real. Whereas I feel like for me, if I could eliminate one necessity, it'd be eating. I just want to exist on like water, tea, and dreams.
And see, I love food. I love good food. I love different culture food. Like, that's like more of a joy to me than sleeping.
Okay, so I would want the option to still eat, but like not for nutrition.
Right, okay.
Like I'd want to eat for enjoyment, but I wouldn't want to like have to eat every day.
No, see, my thing is if I could just like plug in like a phone, but still like be productive and useful,
yeah,
that would just be way better. Think of all of the things we could be doing.
We could do a lot, yeah.
Right?
But likewise, think of how much we could be doing if I didn't get blood sugar lows, because the thought of choosing what I had to eat and then making it caused me so much anxiety that I didn't do that for 12 hours.
That's true.
I would be a stronger person.
This is why you should meal prep, because then you just, this is Monday's food. It has Monday's label on it.
I know. My problem is that I get really freaked out by any leftover that has something like perishable in it. Like if
I can tell you exactly how to make it safe.
You should actually, yeah.
It's literally my entire job.
Yeah, but no, like if there's been like if the spinach is like a day old, I'm like, it's gonna be squishy.
And yeah, that's because that's just like a sensory thing.
It is, yeah. But
then
like,
just don't use spinach.
But I would eat like 3-day-old pizza.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just I do get specific.
You need to find like autistic friendly meal prep.
That's probably a thing. You're probably right.
I guarantee you it's a thing.
Oh my God.
Because then you don't have to worry, because there are some like foods that when you put them in a fridge, like they won't last more than a day or two.
Like avocado.
And they're like, right. Like they're still technically safe for you, but they're just like the texture is going to be different.
Yeah, and the color.
So you just need to find something where like you don't hate the texture.
Yeah. I really like really, really, really soft things like applesauce and really, really crunchy things. Like, I just don't like it to be ambiguous is what I guess I'm saying.
I just don't like tasting things, like touching things that don't feel like they're supposed to.
Okay, like explain.
Like spinach. Like once it goes a little slimy, like I know it's still safe to eat, but I'm not putting that in my mouth.
But you want the leafy flavor, like texture.
No, I just don't want the slime.
Yes, the slime is like, and I find the same with nectarines. When nectarines get like a little bit too soft, it's like I want to kill myself just looking at them. Like I can't eat. Yeah,
strawberries too. I can't do soft strawberries.
I don't think I've ever had a soft strawberry.
Like ones that are if they're overripe.
Oh, maybe they never last that long in this house. But yeah, I struggle. Blueberries, if they're too mushy, I struggle.
Same day,
yeah.
But then you can just freeze them and put them in a smoothie.
Yeah,
then they're not squishy anymore because they're frozen.
Yeah, and bananas, it's like that too, right? It's like you eat them or then you turn them into banana bread. Like
bananas, honestly, have like 2 days where they are good.
Yes,
because it's like they're too green and too hard, and they have a funny aftertaste. And then they're good for 2 days, and then nope, we're done.
And then we're putting them in something else. We're not eating them the way they are.
Generally, I just give them to Doyle.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I think that's why I do really well with apples and pears, because they have like a good shelf life. They can.
Yeah. Soft strawberries are the worst. Also, hello. Glad you could join us on a Friday. There are votes for the nonfiction.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys. I like now that I have 3 pieces of validation, I will endeavor to do this.
I'm sure Margaret would also validate if she was here.
She would.
She's probably being an adult and working or like working out.
We to be fair, we just get off at a humane time.
Well, yeah, but then she usually like goes and runs or something. Like a true functioning human.
Like something stupid like that. Can you imagine being in Florida and making the decision to run? No.
Right? Not at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
No. My whole day has just been thrown off because I didn't have water this morning.
Oh my God, I felt so bad for you.
So I couldn't do like simple things like brush my teeth.
I'm like, I like need water in the morning. Like I need not only like water, but like a tea, a coffee.
My routine, like for drinking water and stuff, was not affected because I don't usually drink water. Like I had a water bottle by my bed that I have at night.
Okay, so you had.
And then normally what I do, so I go to work, I have my coffee, which is iced coffee. It's already pre-made, so I don't have to worry about that. And then when I get to the office, I fill this up with water. So that was not affected. But it was the sheer thing of like, I knew that I was actually going into work late this morning, so I was going to take a shower. Didn't get to do that. The dogs got bottled water this morning because I had to leave eventually.
Okay, speaking of which, on my Facebook group, Purebred Snobs, it was talking about like, it was like, I know. This is who I am. But it was like, but here we go. Here's where this is fucked up and some people are too much. It was like, how spoiled are your dogs? And I don't mean like, do they sleep in bed with you? I mean, my dog will only drink Fiji water.
You're like, my dog drinks out of the toilet if I let her.
No, right. First of all, yes. And I was like, second of all, your dog will drink tap water if you don't fucking give her Fiji water. Like, they're not going to dehydrate to death.
Like,
just
I don't even drink that.
Right, that's too expensive for me. Like, just don't keep buying your damn border collie Fiji water.
Could you imagine the bill on that? Like, a bottle that's this big is $3.
So wasteful. And like,
oh hey, it's like Beetlejuice. We called you and she showed up.
Beautiful.
He's just like living. Maybe he's just like, oh, Briar and Cassie are not here. I get the snuggles.
Maybe it's all a game to replace Cassie as the favorite. Because like right now I'm like, this baby boy's never done nothing wrong. Meanwhile, 2 weeks ago he headbutt me so hard my gums bled. But like, I know.
All right, should we sprint?
We should.
Okay. Are we good with a 40-minute sprint so I can get some filming done?
Absolutely. Can you mute me? Because I can't reach the computer.
I can do that. I'll see you in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
Me too.
I got a lot done. I read 2 chapters of this and like half a chapter of this, but these chapters can be between like 3 and 40 pages, so you just never know.
You know, that's really frustrating when it comes to books. Like I like short chapters.
Me too.
But like if we're gonna have long chapters, fine, but make it consistent.
That's kind of my thing. Like he does like a lot of breaks in the chapter, so there's good places to pause at least.
Oh, that's
but
good.
Like I have no idea how long I'm committing myself to this chapter.
Right, and like you never know. So that's fun. I got through the 3-star reads in my filming.
Okay, not bad.
So maybe like half. I filmed about 5 minutes and realized that somehow it didn't record. So then I had to like figure out where I had stopped recording, and then act like I was talking about it for the first time again. So that was a thing. But I think it's probably like half the books, I would say. But I did. So we have a fantasy and fiction with us now. Yay, thank you. Welcome.
What did I do to be called a nerd by Margaret? Do we know?
I don't. Is it possibly the nonfiction thing?
I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm just saying I don't understand the context.
In this instance.
Yeah.
You're like, in general, yes, you are a nerd.
Oh, absolutely. But like, why this day?
Why right now?
And why this? Oh my God! Like, what have I done that's?
What did you do? Yeah. What did you say right before this?
I don't know.
Because that happened like right as we were going to sprint.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what happened after Fiji water? That would be like.
I don't remember. Well, when Margaret gets here, we will ask.
Yeah, Margaret, what the fuck?
Apparently, she went out and was an adult and did things because she wasn't home.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Well, I have to say, so far with Isle of Blood and Stone, the thing I missed most about Micaiah Lucier's writing is that it's like fantasy, but with always a mystery. It'd be like, oh, who done it? And this is like bringing me right back to that space, and I'm like,
right.
Yes.
Is it like cliffhangers at the end of the chapters, like a lot of mysteries are?
Not really that. More like at some point somebody was murdered or kidnapped or whatever, and it's like we thought this person did it for this long, but suddenly there's evidence that it's not that way, and you're like, oh, the intrigue, and you have to figure it out. And yeah,
nice. Try a chapter videos. That I actually have one coming.
Ooh.
Either this month or next month. I can't remember.
I can do that for you, Ro. I can do a try a chapter video.
I'm doing it. So I'm trying to find like themes. And so I think what I'm going to do for this one is book of the month. So I have I did I added a Goodreads shelf for all my physical TBR. And then I was like, well, I'm at it. I'm just going to add a book of the month one. So then I'm like, and it's like 40 something unread book of the months. I'm like, I should probably get a handle on this.
Yeah. That's a lot. It's a fucking ton. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've been doing book of the month since late 2017.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you have as many book of the months as I have books on my unread TBR.
Well, I have 200 and something.
Yeah. That tracks.
Like, it's a lot. Like, I've thought about canceling my subscription, but like every time that I just get FOMO because I'll like see the new ones come out and I'm like,
well, okay, here's the thing. Like, you can still sell the books and it's not that expensive of a subscription.
It's not. That's the thing. Like, they're so much cheaper than when, like, if you're going to buy it just like of full price.
Yes, yeah. So it's almost like you could profit. Like, let's say you never got one you loved again, you could still profit off of it like every single time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't really see the benefit in canceling.
Yeah. Like, it's $15 for your first credit, and then I think $11 for any like add-ons. And so that's, where are you going to find a hardcover adult book for $11?
Yeah, that's.
And sometimes they're like their new releases, like, or not, like books that haven't even been released yet. Like, that'll be released later that month. So it's a FOMO thing. That's all. But yeah, I've realized that because I didn't do a mid-month wrap up, I don't remember half of the books that I read this month.
Don't you write it down somewhere?
Kind of, but not really. Like, I do Goodreads reviews, but it's just a lot of work to like go and find those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I was like, and I talk about them it's honestly, it's a plug for like vlogs and stuff, because like I was trying to talk about that one that I gave 1 star. And I was like, yeah, I talked about it in my summer Ween vlog. Go watch it. Like, it was bad. Right. Well, so that's the only thing, is that I won't buy romance books from Book of the Month anymore, because I'm weird and I don't like romance in hardcover.
I do kind of get what
weird?
you're saying, that romance feels like paperback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of get that.
Because I can just like throw it in my bag and like read it wherever.
I say that though, liking paperbacks a lot. Like, I don't like reading hardcovers.
Honestly, same. Because like you would think that like adult fantasy, you would want them in hardcover, but I look at my adult fantasy shelf and they're all the big floppy paperbacks.
She's ugly. She frays easily, but God, is she so texturally like, I love her.
Is that mass market?
Yes.
See,
$11.
That's expensive for a mass market?
Canadian dollars.
Oh, fair. Fair. We had this conversation the other night.
It is,
but like
$8.99 US.
Look at this. Isn't that so wonderful?
It's so satisfying. What's this? Nothing.
Like,
Nothing.
I want to read this book just because of the flop.
It is so nice. The Joe Abercrombie books are like that too.
Yeah.
Except the special edition one I bought, but they're big and floppy. I do, like, I understand the appeal of the hardback on your shelf.
Right.
But that's the only place where it's better.
Yeah.
And in a backpack.
Even then, though, because then you have to take the dust jacket off or it'll tear.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. And I know that like I do like having like the fancy, like, this has the like really pretty end papers. And so like I like hardcovers for this. But that's it.
Yes. Oh my God. True.
Right? Like, look how beautiful that is.
Oh, so beautiful.
By the way, this is going to be Margaret's favorite book of the year.
I want to read that one too.
Like, I could see you giving it 3.5 or 4 stars. This will be like 5+ stars for Margaret. I
love tea. So that's like where I'm coming from. It like,
but like, this is YA fantasy romance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it at its heart, there is this like shadow boy that she is going to just fall over. Like, I'm predicting it now.
Yeah. But you know what? Micaiah Lucier is YA fantasy too, except that it's so dark and like, yeah, I think maybe it wouldn't.
That's not dark. Honestly, actually, I don't think you'll like that because you didn't like Girls of Paper and Fire, and it gives me similar
book
vibes.
Is why I didn't like it.
Huh? I don't know why you didn't. Why didn't you like it?
It was shit.
Yeah, that gave me very similar vibes. So
Shitty vibes?
Huh?
Shitty vibes?
I like Girls of Paper and Fire.
No nuance vibes?
No nuance vibes.
We're feminism. We're no. Literally, I couldn't stand the way that book treated the really like soft-hearted sweet girl that was like brainwashed by the whole thing. It judged her so hard. I was like, this is like one of the most common responses to assault and like abuse. Is just being like, no, it's a good, no, everything's great. No, we're great.
I wonder if she'll address it in the later books.
Yeah, I hated that. And then I
remember reading the second one as an arc, but like not like either skimming it or I don't know, because it's very road trippy. It's very not a road trip, but like travel from one place to another.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, that's all that the second book was. That was supposed to be a duology, and she stretched it into 3 books.
That's too bad. That's too bad. Publishers,
I don't remember much.
You can't blame that on the author. That's always the publisher. I feel.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Gotta love old Jimmy Patterson Publishing.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
That explains stuff.
Explains so much, honestly.
That explains the level of nuance.
Did you ever read Carrie Maniscalco's books?
No, because
that's the same. Well, that's the same publishing, and I read the first one, Stalking Jack the Ripper, and fucking hated it.
I can't stand the idea.
The first 1-star book that I ever gave on BookTube.
That they changed historical events to fit. Like, I get doing an alternative history and calling it an alternative history.
Yeah.
But being like, I'm just going to rewrite some of these deaths to suit my character's love story better.
I just wanted like her to actually be obsessed with Jack the Ripper and like go into this dark place. No, that's not what that book is about.
No, I knew that at least. But
like that. Based on the title.
The title would lead you to believe, yeah.
No, it's gonna go dark and messed up.
I just think that no thank you.
Yeah.
And I think like eventually it got stupid too, because like it starts with like Jack the Ripper and then it's Houdini, and I'm like, okay. Then we're bringing in fantasy characters into it, and I'm like, we've lost the thread of what could have made this interesting.
Right?
Like, so no, I don't think I'm going to begin this series.
Out of that, yeah. Like, if you're gonna do fantasy, but stop calling it historical fiction.
Right. Like, there is, I think, a market for like exploring these historical topics and like YA stuff, like Jack the Ripper and Houdini, like famous historical figures. Absolutely, that's fun. You know who isn't a famous historical figure? Dracula. Is he based on? Correct, yes. Is he? Not that I know. God, I hope so. But not that I know.
Listen, if you want to read about Dracula, just read A Dowry of Blood.
Just read it out. Yes. And that is much better historical fiction. And
it's not even fiction.
Fantasy. That's what I'm saying. But
it's not even historical fiction.
Exactly.
Like, it calls itself fantasy.
Yeah, it knows what it's doing and it does it very well.
Very well. That book, honestly, is like, should not have worked for me, right?
No, nothing about it should have worked for you. I was surprised how much you liked it.
It's a novella. It's got vampires. Like, it's gothic. I've never liked a gothic book in my life.
I was like so shocked. I was like, the only thing about this that you will like is like the bi-poly rep.
No, I loved the writing. Like, the writing is definitely there.
Oh my god, the second person, like, oh, so good.
So good. I've never heard of this book, but I'm gonna write it down.
Ooh, I have heard of it and I really want to read it.
Let's buddy read it.
Let's buddy read everything.
Let's buddy read everything.
Every book.
All 33 of them this month.
I would have done it with you if I had them all.
You could do 33 and like literally just get rid of your TBR this month.
I know, it'd be gone.
Whereas I'm like, this isn't even gonna make a drop in the bucket. It's just going to prevent it from going up after
Wow,
my
I took away 12% of my TBR.
Because I know I'm gonna get books for my birthday.
They're just gonna replace themselves.
Yeah, I'm like, honestly, we're just doing damage control.
You know what's really crazy is I feel like I just watched your birthday shopping TBR from last year. Or birthday shopping vlog.
Your watch later is that old.
No. Like, I feel like it was just that time of year.
No.
So much has happened since then.
So much.
There's so many new dogs that didn't exist in our lives.
Are there? Shotzi
Schmidt,
existed
Porto.
last year. So just Schmidt, Porto, Bella.
Bella, you don't even really count. You're going
Jude.
home. No, don't talk about it.
Mora.
The Schmorbling crew.
The Schmorbling crew.
Yeah.
I'm filming a book haul today. So you'll see one on Thursday? ?
I'm going to do an unhaul soon. I have books to get rid of.
I'm going to do an unhaul after I do I move my books around.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I will unhaul. Because I've been pretty good about keeping up with it. I do think that I'm finding that if I'm skipping books on my like list of my physical TBR and like shortest to longest, if I'm skipping them for not really a good reason other than not feeling it, I'm just gonna unhaul it.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Like I'm specifically skipping nonfiction because like I don't want to read those fast. Right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Like those make sense to hold off for another time. But if it's just a short fiction that you could read easily, then that kind of makes sense that you would
Like I don't want to read any of my middle grades. Like I might keep 1 or 2. I want to keep my Nevermore series, but like other than that, I really don't want to keep any of them.
Yeah.
So, and YA fantasy, or not YA fantasy, YA contemporary, I have zero desire to read any of those.
That's funny. Like I feel like your like reading style has evolved a lot in the time.
That's the worst part about it is I go through these like ebb and flows of like, oh, now I actually really want to read them. But I think that like if I can find it on Hoopla or Scribd or whatever, I'll just read it there.
Yeah, why the fuck would you pay for that? It's like a 7-hour book that'll be a 3-star for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just feel like it's, I don't know, getting in the way of the books that I actually am excited about.
I think you're afraid of zombies. Never mind.
What?
Okay, so the book I read, like Hell Followed With Us.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like so much you would appreciate the like religious trauma and queerness aspect of it.
Uh-huh.
And like the purity culture aspect of it. I think you'd like have so much intelligent thought. Like I know you and Margaret would get a lot out of it that I did. Like I could intellectually understand it, but like didn't feel it the same way.
Right, yeah.
But that being said, they did unleash a virus onto the world that like the people who survive do become zombies. So
it's not that I have a fear of zombies. I've just never seen a show where they've been well done.
Oh, okay. So then this is like
not a fear of them. I'm just like, this is ridiculous.
Okay, then this might actually be fine.
And I think I've read books with zombies and they've been fine.
Okay. Then this
In the Ravenous Dark had zombies.
Which?
In the Ravenous Dark?
They're vampires. They drink blood.
What did I read that had zombies?
You said In the Ravenous Dark was zombies, and I was like, Brianna, these are vampires.
Same. They're undead.
They're not zombies. They're sexy and they drink blood. That is vampires. These are like skin falling off, like brain going, rotten taste for flesh zombies. You know what I mean? Like this isn't like kinky, like we can throw each other into a wall and then bite each other's sex. This is like disgusting. Like it's not romanticized at all.
What else did I? There was something else I read that I don't know. I mean, I did just buy Gideon the Ninth. It has undead.
You'll have to tell me how that is because I didn't like it the first time I read it, but I didn't finish it. But I'm considering maybe listening to it on audio because I've heard the audiobook is a good experience.
So, like, I didn't pick it up when it first came out because everyone was like, oh, it's so info dumpy. It's really, like, dense. And, like, I get it. But, like, so I didn't pick it up then. But I also wasn't reading fantasy then.
I also didn't vibe with the dialogue style. Like, it was
but I
very,
wonder
like,
if that would be different on audio.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, maybe that it wouldn't.
And that was a debut for her, right? So, like, I would imagine that her writing has gotten better.
Yeah.
On this, like, now third book in the series.
Well, and I've heard that the later ones are fantastic. So it's kind of like, okay, do I, like, push through one that I might not love in order to, like, maybe read one that's amazing?
Yeah. So, I mean, because I haven't heard anything bad about the second one. Like those that continued on.
Yes. Yeah, I've only ever heard criticisms and the same criticisms I had of the first one.
Yeah. And I think that there's a lot of, like, nuance to the story and the world itself.
Yeah.
Which I think I can appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it'll probably just be one that I find on audio. Which I apparently need to use up some of my audio credits. Did you know, or at least that I've heard, I've never gotten to 6 credits, but apparently once you get to 6, they just stop giving them to you.
But what if you want to go on vacation and you're saving up?
I don't know. But, like,
Gideon the Ninth, Margaret.
Oh, yes. Gideon the Ninth. There's criticisms of the first one, but those that continued on in the series.
And I DNF'd it because I got it from the library and I was just, like, not loving it. And by the time it was due, I was like, eh. And
let's buddy read it in, like, October for spooky season.
I think that's a perfect solution.
Because I'm doing Dark Academia in September.
I'm going to need, like, love and affection a lot in October because Wilder's moving in the middle of September. So, like, my best friend being across the physical continent from me. Like, I know you guys are already across the continent from me, but just, like...
Listen, it'll just be a more reason to, like, come down to this area.
Yeah, sorry, Margaret, I'm never going east. You're going to have to come west.
You're going to come to us.
But, yeah, no.
I'm just saying, so she's going to what? Southern California, right?
She's going to Temecula, so right in between LA and San Diego.
I used to live 30 minutes from there.
Oh, okay.
My grandpa actually lived there for a really long time. Yeah, it's only, if I were to drive there,
10 hours, right?
It's less than 10 hours, yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Because I'm thinking...
And you could even do, Vegas is halfway, so you could even, like, stop there.
So kind of what I'm thinking is that if there's things that Wilder can't bring on the first trip because we don't want to put a lot in the trailer and make it harder to tow on her van, that she leaves them in my garage and I bring them at Christmas because I get 5 days off. Like, the whole company closes for 5 days.
Nice.
So maybe, like, the day, like, I would get off, like, the 23rd, that night leave, drive down through maybe Santa Fe and stop in Santa Fe because I've always wanted to see it. Like, always, I just fucking want to go to
That's a long drive, though, for you, isn't it?
It's 40 hours. Yeah, it'd be a long... Emma and I would do it together.
No, but I mean... Oh, so you wouldn't do it's 40 hours to Santa Fe?
No, from here to LA.
Oh, okay.
So I would do that and then, like, bring Wilder her stuff and then come back up. Santa Fe adds, like, 2 or 3 hours to the drive. The quickest way is through Utah.
Right.
So I was like, maybe one way I go through New Mexico and roll around in the desert, and the other way...
I would recommend doing Santa Fe the first trip, though. Not in December. Because they get a lot of stuff.
I'm going to have limited time off, so I want to go the quickest way both ways.
Fair. You'll just... Santa Fe gets a lot of snow. And the drive down is, like, driving down the mountain isn't treacherous.
Well, is it a lot of snow in general, or is it a lot of snow for America?
It's fair. It's more of a, like, can your car like handle driving down a mountain
I mean, we're called the Toyota Highlander for a reason. No, but I am used to driving in like really bad snow conditions. But yeah, that's a good point. I'll have to look it up and see how it compares to like Canada. Because I guess I always do think of like more south as easier. But then I went to Utah and it was colder than Ontario, so that's a good point.
Yeah, because the thing is that we have mountains.
Yeah.
So it's
Ontario's just a flat wasteland. So
right.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you, Margaret, to start another sprint.
Welcome. Thank you. I mean, thank you. Yeah, that's what I meant. So I did curbside, and the curbside at Burger Monger, you're supposed to call them, and they'll bring the food out to you. I called, and they put me on hold almost immediately, and I sat there waiting for 5 minutes, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to go in and get it.
Burgers? Fair. You have a burger?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so suggestible. I'm so
suggestible.
I need to order food. I need to order food before D&D tonight. What time is D&D? 8? Okay, we still have a little.
Hey, we should get the works for dinner.
So should we sprint now that? Oh wait, what are you doing tonight?
I have one more. So I finished the main bit. I now have to do the fraud, waste, and abuse bit.
Like the blue cheese.
That's right. Okay. You gonna be working on that tonight?
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna work on that tonight.
With the fries,
I'll be able to do it in this sprint.
The spicy fries.
Okay.
So
I think we can probably do, if we don't talk a lot in between this sprint and the next sprint, we can do 2 more sprints before D&D.
Okay.
Which is not live. Although that would be really fun to just live stream our D&D.
At some point, I will live stream games on my channel, but it will be like special. So at some point, I want to live stream like an actual Fablein. Like people take their Fablein characters and play Dungeons and Dragons with them. But that would be a special, like I'm going to grab people from BookTube type thing.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Can it be like a 45-minute game? Otherwise, I won't be my best self.
I feel like...
Okay, good. This is
probably would be more like 2 hours.
I think that the second go at Dungeons and Dragons has confirmed to me that I am in fact the wrong kind of neurodivergent for Dungeons and Dragons. It is like put all your focus on this and socialize at the same time, and I'm like,
well, honestly, that's why I usually crochet during it, because then my hands can still be doing something.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely be doing something at the same time because I physically can't, and it's like I'm sitting there and I'm trying, and I'm like.
It's also easier when you're in person because,
I imagine so.
No, nothing's easier in person.
You can talk like with the other players, but because we're doing it over StreamYard, we can't. Like that makes that much harder.
How can we talk in person but not over StreamYard?
Because you can talk, like you can like sidebar.
Yeah, you can have side chats and like scheme with other players. That's easier in person, because if you try to do that here, like you have to do it over chat, otherwise you're talking over everyone else.
I'm just saying I found it way harder in person because I had to be fully bodily present, and I hate that. So I exist. Imagine that I only exist in the computer screen.
Are any of us fully bodily present at this point in our lives, though?
No, only for Brianna.
You know, I did know that you guys actually exist.
Yeah, but I can't. I assumed my corporeal form for that 10 days, and then I was like, "Oh, that was a lot. Time to go back in the bottle."
Oh, you didn't even make it 10 days before you were like, "That was a lot."
You're right. Around day 8, Margaret was like, "Do you want to go do something?" And I was like, "No."
All right. Well, let's do the thing so I can finish filming this wrap up.
We'll do something sometime where you don't have to worry about children touching you.
That really got me that night. Yeah. Except, wait, guys, one last thought though. I did meet a child that is allowed to touch me, and in fact, she commands me to take her places and stuff. But it's the kid I was telling you about, Isla from dog training. She'll come now and she'll be like, she'll sit on me and she'll grab my arms and put them around her. And she's like, and then I'll try to like shift and she'll be like, "Cow, no." And I'm like, "Okay, sorry, Isla." Like, she's amazing.
This is fair.
Yeah, no, I just struggle with it. I just get a lot of fatigue. I don't have a lot of spoons for like, yeah.
Yeah.
I really vibed with like Brianna and I and Derek sitting on the couch doing drugs watching Ted Lasso. That was like the right type of socialization.
With Watson.
That is it. That is the when you're with people on a multi-day basis, that should be most of it.
Yeah.
Vibing
right, just chilling. Or yeah, like when we went and read in the park together,
maybe we do one outing every other day. We go out to eat. So.
All right. I'll see you in 40 minutes. Welcome back.
Oh.
We lost a cow. I don't know where Cal went. How'd you do?
I'm taking the final test now.
Yay!
I also got on and am heckling my brother.
That's fair.
So
That is important things.
yeah, priorities.
You know, that's good. I finished my wrap up and then I got everything ready for my book haul, but there was only like 10 minutes left. So I was like, I can't film my book haul in 10 minutes. So I picked up Lord Olympus.
Nice.
And it's so pretty. Look at this.
Hold on. I gotta switch. Let me. Oh yeah, I want to read it at some point.
It's so pretty.
Oh my god, it's so thick.
I know, right?
Is that volume 1?
Yeah.
I've seen that in the bookstore. It does not look that thick.
It is, yeah. But it doesn't have page numbers, so I don't know how long it
I hate it when they do that.
But there's like very little words. Like there's like most of the panels are more art than dialogue. So, I mean, just in 10 minutes I read that much.
Mm-hmm.
Like up to episode 7. Cal's back.
Yay, we have a Cal again.
I was like, la 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 la, watching my video, eating my burger, and I was like, I'm gonna check how much time's left, and I was like, it's pretty hard time. All right.
Whoops.
Okay.
Fantasy and fiction, got 25 pages. Very nice. I started reading this.
Yay!
It's so pretty.
Isn't it?
Like, oh my gosh. I'm going to go buy volume 2 now. Okay, bye.
Volume 2 is even better.
I'm so excited. My problem is that I bought them in paperback and then volume 3 is only in hardcover.
Is it out yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the cover is beautiful.
Ordering now. Indigo.com.
BRB.
I read a chapter of each.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I finished my wrap up and then we had 10 minutes left and I was like, well, I can't film a book haul in 10 minutes, so we're going to read.
Start a book haul in 10 minutes, though.
I could start one, but then I was just like, I'll just read for that and then I'll film it in the next, get the whole thing done in the next sprint. Mostly because I sit on the floor for that and I don't want to get up.
That makes sense. Yes,
so you can pre-order the paperback.
I am most definitely not teaching a Surf Safe class on the 18th. That is not going to happen. Not doing that on my birthday.
Fuck that noise, no.
Fuck no.
What? Well,
I was like exiting.
This is going to make Dungeons and Dragons real fun.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I was going to say something. Sorry, I just got that work email and got very
annoyed. On a Friday.
What happened?
No, my birthday's on a Thursday.
I figured it out.
No, I meant on a Friday.
Oh.
They want you to do this on a Friday. Or they sent this to you on a Friday.
Technically, it's not 5 o'clock yet.
Oh, yeah, where you are. Technically, you're still working.
No, because I work 7 to 3.
Open that when I switch tabs, it just hit the X.
I cannot handle having that many tabs open. That's the only non-ADHD thing that I
have so many tabs open right now, and it is causing me anxiety.
I have enterprise tabs open.
I have 5 tabs open right now, and I'm like, I don't need this. I can X out of this. I can X out. I really only need 2 tabs right now.
I have 9 tabs open right now in one window, and then 2 extra windows, and I'm not
I have 5 Canva tabs: my email, Twitter, a Google Doc, Goodreads, for YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, some Google search, Google Drive, Google Sheets, some YouTube search, Etsy, Google. Don't even know what that is. Another Instagram. There's 2 Instagrams open. I'll close one. I'll probably close 2. I don't need Instagram. Oh, they're both open to the same image too.
No, I my computer is probably the most organized thing in my life. I have like favorites and favorite folders. So if I like wanted to save a tab, I just drop it into a favorite for whatever thing that I need it for.
All right.
Fantasy and fiction currently has 16 tabs. That's
I have a PDF with my character for a game that I'm going to be in up, and it's a PDF and I can't save it, and I don't have, so basically it's the PDFs have to stay there until I'm done creating this character. And I haven't finished creating the character.
That's fair. I currently have StreamYard, Twitter, because I had to send you the link from StreamYard, and then the timer, and then my spreadsheet, my book spreadsheet. But that's only because I when I did my wrap up, I realized that I forgot a book, and I was trying to figure out which book I forgot to input. And so I had it up on my, like, one sheet on my iPad and one sheet on the computer so that I could like go through it and see which one didn't match. And then the YouTube studio. That's it. And I don't really need the YouTube studio or the spreadsheet or Twitter anymore.
Oh, hush. You're fine. You're not running out of battery.
I thought you were talking to a dog for a second.
No, I talked to my inanimate object.
You were like, oh, hush. And I'm like, what animal do you have?
When you're so...
I would talk to my dog like that, though.
Well, yeah, like both of us would say that exact same thing. Maybe I should bring Schmidt in for my book haul. That would be funny. Although the poor little guy is like very tired. From, standing for 2.5 hours.
The horror.
The horror. She said he did so well, though.
That's awesome.
She said he had to take one break because he was getting a little antsy. But then after that, he was like perfectly fine.
Good boy.
That's impressive because I did not think he would be. We are currently in the attention span of a goldfish phase.
They're always worse for you than they are for the groomer. It's just
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was so afraid because when I dropped him off, he did not want to go back there. Like, he was like in between my legs. He's like, Mom, save me.
Has he done a lot of PA?
No. I mean, he just got his rabies shot last week, and then his face swelled up 3 days later. So,
whoopsies.
I didn't know that was that soon after the shot.
Yeah, it was like he got it. Well, I guess it was 5 days because he got a shot on Saturday morning, and then it was Thursday night that it happened.
They keep adding modules on. I'm gonna throw something.
Margaret went into gremlin mode.
Now I have to do a general compliance thing. Why? Why aren't all of these listed so I know what I have to do all at once?
That would be frustrating.
Hi, Bella.
But no, he has not done a lot of PA at all. He is going to go to Home Depot tomorrow. So,
do you know? And maybe I should have told you this a few weeks ago. You don't have to wait till their shots. You just have to wipe their feet and nose every time you come home.
Yeah, but like, as stupid as our other dogs are, and like, he's always licking himself. Like, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to risk it.
My brain just went, a sick dog or an unsocialized dog?
Like,
and I thought about it for a second. I thought about it for too long.
I mean, sick dog, not as big a deal, except that some of the things that we do vaccinate against here and that you can get are things that will kill
yeah, but there's no rabies.
What?
Yeah.
You think you can get rabies at Home Depot?
Parvovirus
and kennel cough are the ones.
Listen, it's Utah. We don't vaccinate our humans here.
That's a good point. Hey, I went to Utah and I didn't get COVID, but
I've lived in Utah the entire time of COVID and I haven't gotten it. So like,
no, but like, obviously I understand why legally they have to have rabies vaccinations because there's no rabies.
Right.
But your dog, like, I wouldn't wait for a rabies shot because there's no fucking rabies. Parvovirus and kennel cough are what will kill your dog.
And he also got his booster of that too.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, so when do they get their parv and kennel cough shots the first time?
8, 12, and 16 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, we'll have when I take
usually the breeder
out.
Usually the breeder does the first round.
Yeah.
And then you do the second 2 rounds.
Yeah.
So what I would do, Margaret, is if you're going to take her to pet-friendly places to socialize her, I would do that, but I wouldn't let her say hi to any dogs you don't know. I just have her go in, walk around, come back to don't let her drink any fucking water you ever see in public. That's how you kill your dog. You bring her back, you walk her around, you give her a bunch of treats, you say, good girl, the world is boring. You bring her back to the car, you wipe off her nose and lips and feet, and then you let her play with a dog that you trust does not have one of those diseases.
Well, and Schmidt's still socialized. He has class every week.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I mean. Oh, I know. Oh, I know he's socialized.
Yeah.
But that might have been why he was nervous of, like...
Yeah, he also had, like, the longest car ride that he had been on because it was at my work, which he did fine, but, like, at first he was like, So...
But a lot of people won't take their dog out at all before 16 weeks.
Right.
Like,
that's not happening. Like, we have a dog park right down the street from me. I'm planning on walking Tessa past it and teaching her to pay attention to me while all the small dogs are yapping.
Because that first 4 weeks you have your puppy, that determines how they're going to feel about the world the rest of their life.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not fucking waiting till they're 16 weeks. All right, I guess they get rabies.
I'm not worried about rabies.
While I am
there.
Rather put you down young from rabies and have to deal with a fuck ton of issues later. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah. Nah, he's fine. I'm not worried about him.
Do I hear him being a dramatic little boy?
No, that's not
that's one of mine.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Which one of mine is that? Alex. Which one of the 2 silent dogs is making noise?
Bella, she keeps trying to play with Porto, and Porto's telling her to bug off, and then she yelps. But then she goes back and does it again.
Are you yelping at him because he won't play with you? Why don't you put her in the crate downstairs?
Downstairs?
Yeah.
Porto's not feeling well.
Yeah, because then Porto can chill in here with me.
I'm just gonna lie the entire time.
Well, then roll her crate. You let Porto in. Let Porto in. Let baby come to mommy.
I love. What was it? Last night, the night before. Why did Emma have to get a boy dog?
I feel like it was last night.
We were saying that when Porto's sick, he acts like Briar acts on a regular day. So he's really nice right now.
Oh, no wonder he was snuggling yesterday.
Should we do one last sprint?
Sure.
Yeah.
I should reset the timer. That's a thing. Okay. I'm gonna film this book haul.
I believe
I may not have gotten a lot of
approximately 20 minutes to complete.
Sahara's here. Hello. We're about to sprint. You're just in time. I may not have gotten a lot of reading done this time, but at least I got my books filmed or my videos filmed before I take all of the books off of my shelves.
Yeah.
Come here, baby boy. Was she being so annoying?
All right. I'll see you in 40 minutes.
All right. Bye.
Hello. How did we do? I know you're finishing. You're good.
I'm done.
Oh, good.
I'm done for like.
I was like,
20
you're probably finishing your test. I'm sorry.
No, I finished my test about 30 minutes ago.
Fantastic.
Now
How
I'm doing.
How did you do?
I got 100 on everything that was important.
Good job.
So
Good job.
now I'm setting up one of the encounters for the game.
Ooh, fun.
Yes.
Hello, Julie. I am sorry, but we did just finish our last sprint.
Yep. I don't know that we'll get to this particular.
There are sprints on your channel tomorrow, right?
There are sprints on my channel tomorrow.
For no unknown reason.
I haven't decided when there are going to be sprints on my channel tomorrow, but there will be sprints on my channel at some point tomorrow.
That's fair. I'll probably be sprinting with you while I'm organizing my office.
Oh yeah, you get the new bookshelves, right?
I have one. Oh yeah, I think you weren't on when I were talking about this. So it was quite the experience yesterday at IKEA. I should have vlogged it, but I was there by myself and it was real awkward. But like, first off, it's very difficult to put the Billy bookshelf onto the cart by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard to do. And then, like, I take it out to my car and I was like, hey, I'm going to need someone to help me with it. There's no way this is going to get in there. And we were able, like, fortunately, I had the Jeep. I had Derek's car. But he's like, oh, there's tons of space, but this is a really long bookshelf.
Yes, it is.
So we, like, slid it through the seats and it's, like, riding up the center console. And then I drove home for 45 minutes.
I mean, I managed to get one home in a little bitty Honda Fit, so it's doable.
I probably could have done it in my Nissan, but I just didn't. I wasn't sure like what the spacing was because it had been a while since I had gotten them.
Yeah.
So I got the one, and I'm gonna see what if the two will fit here, and then I'll get another one for this other corner where like the bookshelves are.
Yeah.
But yeah. I have to take all of my books off of the bookshelf, which I finished up my haul and then I was like, oh, okay, now I'm going to put all these books away because I don't put them on the shelves until I haul them. They're on the cart until I do a book haul. Otherwise I will not remember which ones I've just bought.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, start putting them away. And I was like, why am I doing this? I'm literally just going to take them
I'm
off.
literally just going to have to take them all off.
So that's going to be a tomorrow problem.
Nice.
But I'll join you on sprints and people can watch me,
figure out where to put books.
Figure out how to put books. How'd you do, Cal? Or did you
I had a nap.
That's fair.
Because Porto lay on me with his head here, and I was like, okay.
Wait, does that make Porto better than Briar because Briar doesn't do DPT?
I didn't ask for DPT. Porto
gave it.
Porto needed me to do DPT. Porto is. This is my favorite day with Porto that I've ever had.
He doesn't look sick or anything, so I wouldn't be worried about him.
No, I think, and you know what? He was just chewing on his Benebone too, and this morning he wouldn't even chew. So I think he's feeling better. I wonder if he was
teething. That could explain a fever.
No, he's done teething. He's been done teething for months.
He's not even 2 yet.
Yeah.
Don't they get 2-year teeth?
No.
That's how vets can tell strays that they're at least 2 years old.
All his adult teeth are in there.
Oh. I thought they get like 2-year molars.
Oh, molars. No.
Oh, okay. Okay then.
Just casually.
He's a good dog.
Maybe he just decided to mature overnight. Maybe he decided being a puppy kind of stinks, and everyone likes you.
He
more
was
when you-
like, "Did Mom leave me because I'm too crazy?"
Yes. It's all your fault she's gone. But you can bring her back by acting like this every day.
For 2 weeks.
No, forever.
But
And
specifically.
no more breaking out.
Yeah, definitely don't run away.
Oh, I didn't have to worry about him breaking out today. He took 3 steps in front of the back door, peed, and then came running back to me like it was too far.
Yeah, that sounds like maybe some anxiety because Emma's gone. And the girls are gone.
Alex is like, maybe because the girls are gone, he's taking over Briar's role in the pack. And I was like, Briar's follower role that he already had anyways? No, don't worry about that.
He's just depressed. Well, anyway, thank you guys for sprinting with me.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
We
thanks
have-
for having us.
Yeah, we have D&D in a little over half an hour, so
We do.
I'm gonna go take care of dogs and stuff, and yeah.
I know he's hot, but he won't stop snuggling. So I need to move him physically. And then, yeah. Hello.
All right, well, like I said, nobody is linked down below right now because I didn't know who would be joining me or if anyone would be joining me. But I will link them below, and you've all been on there. You could go on to any one of my other videos, and you probably have Margaret and Cal on there somewhere.
I am devastated.
But sprints at some point tomorrow. Check the Discord because maybe we'll give you a 20-minute warning again. I literally texted them both, and I was like, "Sprints at the top of the hour, yes."
I just saw it was like Rihanna sent a StreamYard link, and I was like, oh.
And I saw it at 4 minutes till.
That's fine. It's fine. All right. Well, thank you all, and I will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.